Hello, everyone. Bye. So I could just
Turn the volume.
Sorry, 1 second. Just figuring out technical stuff, which is always fun. But hello, everyone. Let me stop sharing for a second so that you can see me. Okay. Hi. Can everybody see me? Hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm going to just let people join. I took the waiting room off, so I hope that you are able to just come in freely, which I believe you are. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of give it a few minutes, but I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday and doing a fun little thing on a Friday for everyone. So I'm going to pull back up my little PowerPoint thing while we wait on more people to join. So let me get that back up and we're gonna start pretty soon since it's a little bit, it's like, I think we could get rolling probably. Okay, so let me move along here. So today, well, first let me introduce myself. So I am Angela Hooley. Let me pull this off. Angela Hooley. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. I'm the founder and owner of My Fruitful Body Nutrition, and I am a Consilio employee. So I wear a lot of different hats, but I'm here with you today as the registered dietitian role. And many of you might not know what that is. So being a nutritionist means that I am an expert in all things food and how those foods kind of work in our bodies and how it helps to nurture our bodies so we can live long and healthy lives. So that is my role as the dietitian. And I'm so happy to have you all join. I have my other computer, so you see me looking to the side with the chat open. So if you want to type in there, I'd love to know if there's a lot of kids on and if you want to share your age. Parents, you don't have to share your age. I just had a birthday recently, so I know after a while you're kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna stay 29 and just go with that. So I get it. So let me check the chat. I don't see anything. Oh, Addie says hi. Addie, oh, my special Consilio kid who I love. So happy you're on. So I'm gonna share my screen again. I just have like a fun little thing here. So as a dietitian, I'm very I love learning objectives and something to just show you that you'll take away. So the objectives of today are to obviously create 2 no-bake recipes, 1 sweet and 1 savory. We're going to also do like a little lesson on just food groups and how to select those food groups through some games. And we're going to learn some food facts about some of your favorite foods. And of course, we are going to have fun. So, and of course, feel free to just type in the chat if anything, and I'll keep checking if there's any questions. But so to get started, back in the day, I think before some Consilio kids were even born, there was something called the food pyramid, and it was this triangle, and it was showing you like, okay, these are the foods you should eat, but nobody really understood it. And then a few years ago, thankfully, it was replaced with a plate diagram, my plate, kind of a visual. And so I just wanted to go through some of this here. So starting clockwise from the top, we have our carbohydrate group, right? So that is going to be our grains and breads and cereals and pastas and all of the things that we usually like love to eat. And the one thing with carbs, I feel like carbs get a bad rap these days, and people say carbs are bad, but I really think it's more about slow carb versus low carb, meaning just focusing on carbs that are full of fiber and multigrain, the ones that are really going to take you much longer than some of those processed packaged carbs that we all know and love. And those are totally fine too. And then our next food group there is our dairy, where we have our milk and cheese and yogurt. And this is going to help us grow nice and strong, calcium and phosphorus, vitamin D. And the great thing about dairy nowadays too is if you have a food allergy or sensitivity, there are some amazing non-dairy products out there that have just the same amount of nutrients. So I love the dairy group. And then the next little sliver would be our fats. And again, this is another group that's going to get some flack right these days, like what healthy fat? That's not true. But there are 4 different types of fats, and we have monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, and those are definitely the main ones that are healthy for us, and we want most of our diet to focus on those. That would be our olive oils, our fatty fish, seeds, nuts, things like that. And then we have saturated fat, and that's going to be like butter, things that are more solid at room temperature. And there's still room for those as well. We just kind of don't want to make those the priority. They still offer a lot of great things, but again, it's more those unsaturated fats that are going to be the super healthy ones. And then the last group would be the trans fat. And those are the ones, it's a highly processed type of fat that is used in a lot of baked goods. And, you know, when you go to carnivals and you see the fried foods, that's typically that type of fat. And those ones we really want to limit as much as possible. They offer no health benefits in the diet. And then the next food group we have is our protein. And as you can see, that's going to be fish and meat and poultry and eggs. And of course, if we're vegan or vegetarian, we get protein from our beans and legumes. And even some of our carbs, our quinoas and some vegetables also have protein. So this one is a really great group to focus on. It's going to really take you long in your day, the protein, especially if you pair it with the carb together, that's going to keep you nice and full. And then of course we have our fruits and our vegetables. And I love this one so much. It's so colorful. I mean, the key here is variety. It's awesome to go in the supermarket and try seasonal things. You can eat them raw, you can cook them to get all different types of nutrients. So this is a great little thing. And then of course at the bottom, that would be what I like to call our extra group. And extra would be those treats that we all love so much and wish we could eat 100% of the time, but there's still room for them in a healthy, balanced diet. There's room for all foods. And so this is one that I typically eat probably 10% of the time. And yeah, I would want to have maybe the rest of my food group 90% of the time be the other thing. So yeah, this is just another little extra group. So along the way, while we're doing our fun cooking, I'm going to stop and ask you like little trivia questions. So why don't we try one out? So true or false? This is an example of a balanced meal, and you can just type it in the chat. We have some pasta, we have salmon, we have some delicious fruit and veggies. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of trues. That's a good sign. Okay, I'm glad. I'm so glad to see that. Yes, this one would be true. So great job, everyone. So we'll keep doing fun things like that. But why don't we get into our first little thing that we're going to make? And this one is, I like to call it snack attack, cookie dough pretzel bites. And oh my gosh, actually, you know what? I'm so rude. I didn't even introduce you to my kitchen. Oh my gosh, hold on. First, let me show you my kitchen. So this is my kitchen from arm to arm. That is literally my kitchen. And if you can see here, my lovely banner says my dollhouse kitchen, because I'm pretty sure some of you have dollhouses that are bigger than my kitchen. But I'm here to tell you that it's not the size of your kitchen, because you can do I get so much stuff done even in this tiny kitchen, and I'm going to prove it today, even though I'm very jealous of some of your kitchens and your big homes in Dallas and wherever you're located. But I love NYC and I love my small kitchen, so I make it work. So just a little tip that, yeah, you can literally do anything in a kitchen. So yeah, the first recipe, like I was saying, it's going to be a little bit sweet, a little bit salty. So let me get my bowl. And all of the recipes that we're making today are no bake. And I pretty sure most of you on the call can appreciate that, being your parents or caregivers or whomever are PMs, which means like they're super busy. And I'm sure even to be on this call right now, they're probably like, oh my gosh, like it's a Friday afternoon productions. So I totally get it. There's like no time for this sort of stuff. So I'm going to simplify things for you. So let's start. So let me get some of my ingredients here. I have my flour and oh, you know what? I have to get my coconut oil. Jeremy's in this closet. See, thank goodness for my camera expert here, Jeremy, who's now going to be my sous chef. He's going to get my coconut oil for me. It should be on the top shelf if you look up. And I'm gonna get my maple syrup here. And I have this and this. So perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. So to get started, we're going to make the cookie dough first. And this one is so super simple. So I actually tweaked this recipe. I love to make recipes that are inclusive for everyone, meaning I know a lot of people nowadays have food allergies and sensitivities. And so initially this recipe, I used almond flour, but then I was thinking, you know, a lot of people have nut allergies and I don't want them to not be able to enjoy this. So then I switched to doing oat flour. And the reason being, I think oats are just like, let's be honest, they're the GOAT right now in the food world. They are like so popular between oat milk and oat ice cream and like oat everything, because it's such an amazing multi-grain full of fiber. And so why not use oat flour? And I actually just made this myself. I just had oats and I was like, okay, I'm not going to go like buy oat flour. So I just put it in a food processor and just made my own fine oat flour. But again, the thing I love about all the recipes we're doing today is they're super flexible. You can use anything. So if you don't have oat flour, but you have almond flour or you have regular flour, it all works. So just go with whatever you have. That's the thing. I try to live my life to be super flexible and quick and easy. And I want my recipes the same way. I don't want to be like super strict about anything. So we're going to put our oat flour. And then we're going to put our maple syrup. And again, flexible. If you don't have maple syrup, but you have honey, or you want to use regular sugar or coconut sugar, that's totally fine. You might just have to tweak the recipe a little bit, the consistency, but use whatever you have. Like that's what I love about these just super simple recipes. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons. And again, everything is flexible. So if you don't want, you know what, let me see if I can switch my camera. If you want to do something else, switch it up. Okay, so I have my other camera. I'm just getting used to having 2 views. I feel so fancy today. I literally am like living out my dream right now, pretending that I'm doing my own cooking show. So this is really cool and fun for me. Right now. So I'm doing this, and then My next thing, I'm going to get coconut oil. And again, if you don't have coconut oil, but you have butter or olive oil or whatever you have that you want to use, like that's totally fine. Just make it work for you. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the coconut oil right in the bowl. And then the next thing up is we're going to do, oh yeah, we have to do some of the milk. And again, same with the milk. It's super flexible. I'm using cashew milk because that's what I have handy. I also love oat milk. I could use that. I have whole milk. I have like every type of milk. I might be slightly obsessed with buying different types of milks to try, but I think it's really fun to try these things and just see if you like it or not. So I'm just gonna splash a little milk in there. Again, I'm like the most sloppy baker, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, you know what, it's forgiving. You can just throw things in and it'll work, I promise. So then we're gonna put our vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons. So there's 1 and 2. And you know what? I'm going to totally be honest with you guys. I really dislike cooking. So I think that's why I just was like, okay, I need to make more things that are super simple and flexible because there's no time during the week for this. So you need to do things that are simple and easy, right? So next we will you just kind of stir it up now. It's like that simple. We just mix it all together. All right, mix it on up. And then once it just kind of forms a nice little cookie dough here, if you can see in there. Okay. Once everything is incorporated and it's mixed together the way you like it, comes the fun part. Oh, but you know what we should do? Oh, was that? Oh, it was just 1 cup of flour. Yes, 1 cup of flour. I think before we put the chocolate chips, we should do a food fact. Let me pull one up. Okay. So this was a food fact about popcorn. Did you know that popcorn's been around since like BC times, and that they actually tried to take the unpopped kernels and they were able to pop them? Type in the chat, yes or no, would you eat that popcorn from like thousands of years ago? Because I'm not as daring as maybe some of you. I would definitely be like, no, I'm not eating that. Oh, and can you use water instead of milk? Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. It's really like that flexible. So yeah. Okay, so this one, I wasn't sure the age is on here, so I want to keep my questions easy enough. So which food group are these delicious berries that you're going to get vitamin C and antioxidants as Consilio adults age? We need our beautiful skin. What food group? Let's see, you guys. B. Let's see. All right, let's see. Any other takers? Okay, yes, you are correct. The answer is B. All right, so that was fun. All right, so the next thing would be our chocolate chips. And again, I'm going to show you, this is the brand that I use, Enjoy Life. And if you're not familiar with this brand, I highly recommend it because it's free of the top 8 food allergies. So they're like totally safe to give to anybody with a food allergy. So they're really school safe as well if you're gonna bake something to bring to your kid's school or something. So I always use these, and they're really fun. Like they're like mini ones. So I think for the little kids too, my son loves these and just eats them as a snack. And so again, the fun part with this recipe, I didn't even tell you how many chocolate chips to add. You just add what you like. And if it was up to my son, he'd add the whole bag, which is totally fine. Or maybe you're a weirdo who doesn't like chocolate, which no judgment, but who doesn't like chocolate? Like, come on, seriously. But if you don't like chocolate, there's other things you can substitute. I mean, nowadays there's peanut butter chips, butterscotch, of course, all the different types of chocolate ones. At the holidays, I've seen mint ones. So you can put whatever you like. Oh, and you know what else is a fun addition for if anybody's a pumpkin spice lover? What I was doing lately, I've been putting it in everything, is you could add some pumpkin spice to this and give it a little seasonal flavor. So, oh yeah, cinnamon. Yes, Amanda, you know me so well. Yeah, I love cinnamon. I pretty much put it on everything. Okay, so we're going to put this in the fridge now, and we're going to let it chill for probably while we, yeah. Oh, oops. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera again. I'm like, this is too advanced for me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. Addie says, oh yeah, butterscotch. Yum. Can't wait to see pics of that one. Okay, so while that is chilling for a bit, we're going to switch to our next recipe. And this one was like inspired by being a clueless parent, to be honest, because I sent my son, he went to summer camp for the first time over the summer, and it was like the cutest thing ever. I think I cried every day looking at the pictures from the camp, but it was so hard planning lunch. Like, I've never done that before. And let me know in the chat if you're like, yes, so painful planning the school lunch every day. I was like clueless, like, what do you send them? What's okay? What's not okay? Should it be hot? Should it be cold? Like, I felt so silly. I'm like, is this just me? So I was like, okay, well, let me try to think of something fun that he'll be excited to see in his lunchbox and will be like cute and whimsical. And so I was like, oh, I've made, I don't know if you've ever made at home like little sushi rolls with, you just take like wraps and banana and kind of like make little wraps with that and call it sushi. But I was like, no. What about like, let's take this a step further. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Why not take a cucumber and some deli meat and make like little sushi rolls? So that's what we're gonna make, and I call it lunchbox sushi because I think like once a week I was making this in his lunchbox to bring. And don't be intimidated. I know, like, when you go to a sushi restaurant and they're making these beautiful sushi rolls and you're like, that's not going to take 5 minutes, but this one really will. And it's super fun. Like I said, kids can make this one as well and get involved. So let me get my cutting board. Okay, so for this one, we are going to need a nice cucumber. I think for this recipe, like something that's a little bit thicker works well than a thin cucumber, so just so that you have enough room to stuff it with everything. So I just look for ones that are a little bit thicker than that. So let me get a knife. And again, this one, you probably need some parent help or supervision because we're going to use a knife with it. So older kids, maybe not so much, but younger kids, parents, step away from your computer, step away from the production for 2 seconds and cut the cucumber. Okay, so let's we'll cut. So I'll just I'm going to start with this end actually, and let me switch my view. This is serious. Okay, actually, you know what, while I'm here, let's do another quick question. All right. Oh, this one's so fun about Doritos, because who doesn't love Doritos? So the name of these addictive chips derives from the word Doridito, meaning little bits of gold. So maybe they're more precious than we thought, right? Oh my gosh. So next time you're fighting over a bag of Doritos, they are really worth it, right? Oh man. What flavor do you guys like? Are you more of like the classic nacho or a Cool Ranch? Let me know in the chat. And while we're doing that, let's do another quick question too. Which food group? Oh my gosh, my favorite, party cake cupcakes. Delish. Maybe it's got some protein. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What food group is this one? Vegetable? I would love it to be in the vegetable group because then I could eat it like 50% of the time, if not more. Yeah. Let's see. All right. But spicy nacho Whoa, these are some fancy flavored Doritos. I didn't even know about these. That's cool. Okay, so let's see if you're right. Yes, C. So this is in that extra group, which means yes, we can still have them, but not as much as the fruits and veg, but okay, so let me switch my camera. So we're at our cucumber here now. So I'm just gonna cut this end, and then we're just gonna cut some slices. So maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 here. So we have our little cucumber slices here. See? And then we're gonna take, you can use a teaspoon or a spoon or whatever you have handy. And you just sort of want to hollow it out, but just make sure you leave a little bit of the bottom because you don't want what we're going to fill it with to fall out. So you kind of just like carve around. And I feel like this is the season for carving, right? With pumpkins and everything. It's kind of fun to work with our hands a little bit and be creative. So I don't know. It's fun for me. And then I'll just eat the little cucumber inner pieces as a snack. So we just do that, just kind of carve out the center here. Here we go. Okay, so there we have it. Super simple. Okay, so once that's done, then we will take again, these recipes are all so flexible. So you can use whatever deli meats of choice that you want. So we're pretty boring around here. We just like turkey. So I just have turkey. And the thing with deli meats that I would recommend is I typically try to buy organic, so the little USDA organic label. And I like to look for ones that say they have no hormones, no antibiotics, no nitrates, because sometimes deli meats can be like a really highly processed food, and we don't want that. We want our foods to be as natural as possible. So that would be my one recommendation for that. Oh my gosh, Addie, you're so funny. You're like me, like I don't like Doritos. I'm like, yeah, we're probably like the rare people who don't, right? So we'll just take a slice of our turkey meat and kind of like that. And then you also use cheese, whatever you like. So again, I was like, okay, I want to show how flexible and simple. So I actually in Trader Joe's found this cheese, which is actually made from cashews. So this cheese is a great non-dairy alternative to regular cheese. But again, if you don't have a dairy problem or food allergy, use whatever cheese that you like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what kid doesn't like cheese, right? I feel like my son's going through a phase where he's obsessed with cheese right now and just wants to eat cheese sticks and like Baby Bell cheese and stuff. And I'm like, okay, whatever, it's got calcium and it helps you grow strong bones, eat away the cheese. So that's that. And then the next ingredient is going to be carrots. And oh my gosh, again, I love simplifying life. And I'm like, when I saw these in Trader Joe's, I was like, yeah, shredded carrots. And they're not that much more money than whole carrots. So if you wanted to practice your knife skills, then buy whole carrots and you'll just want to cut them really fine like this, like little thin matchstick. So I would just, yeah, but otherwise, why not save yourself 30 seconds and buy them already cut like that. So this is it. And then, yeah, all you really do is, you don't even need a knife, honestly. You can just kind of slice the deli meat however you want it and the cheese. And then you just kind of make rolls, like little rolls with it. So we'll just roll it on up like that. Oops, I kind of cut that really bad. So yeah, you just make little rolls and stick it in. And then same thing with the cheese, you just would cut it. And the only thing about like these alternative cheeses, it's obviously not real cheese, so I don't think it has the same nice rolling ability of real cheese. That's how you know it's like a fake cheese. So on this one, I'm just gonna kind of like do like that. So it's a little bit different, a little fancy. And then you just kind of take some carrot and you just put your carrot in like that. And see, you just have a cute little sushi roll. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what kid wouldn't love finding this in their lunchbox and be so excited? Any kids on, let me know. I want your honest opinion. Would you want to make this in your lunchbox? Would you like this, or would you be like, nah, I'm not eating that? Yes or no? Would you eat it? You remember, you can use whatever meats and cheeses you want, so it doesn't have to be what I did. I want the honest kid opinion here on this one. Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, I got one yes. Yay. Phew. I got one taker. I'm satisfied with that. Maybe ham and cheese. I would eat that. All right. Yes. Okay. Lovely. Because kids are brutally honest. And when you're a baker, you want that. Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, this is great. And then you secretly are like spitting it in a napkin. So I would rather know the truth from you. Because let's be honest, I was that kid. So I don't want you to be like that kid. Okay, so that was that recipe. I hope you guys liked it. Let me switch my camera again so you can see me. So I hope we're having fun here. It's Friday and we're making no bake recipes. Okay, so I'm gonna put this stuff over here and then we're gonna switch back to our snack attack. Ooh, I can't wait to try one. I love chocolate so much. So I'm like, yeah, I need some chocolate on a Friday. So let me get my stuff together. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put up another fun little fact while I have to melt some chocolate. So let's see, what can we, oh, here's another one. It's estimated that Americans consume 2 pounds of pretzels each year. Oh my gosh, let me know. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Do you think that you consume that many pretzels in a year? I'm like, I don't know. Let me see. More. Oh my gosh, I love it. And are you more, what do you guys, do you like traditional, like the hard, crunchy pretzel, or are you like a New Yorker like me and you like those delicious big hot pretzels you get by Central Park? What type of pretzels? Both. Oh my gosh, yeah. I love it. It's so awesome. Yeah, pretzels are pretty good because I mean, who doesn't love like pretzels? And then obviously like you can put them with ice cream. You could do a little like sweet with the salty. You could dip them in chocolate. Honey mustard. Oh, that sounds really good. Oh my gosh, you guys have some good pretzel ones. Okay, so question, which fruit has the highest amount of protein? I know the questions are getting a little bit harder. So even I was kind of shocked by this one. I was like, wait, what? So which one do you think has the highest protein? I want to know while I'm melting chocolate. B. Anybody else? B is the front runner. Let's see. Don't be shy. You're not gonna, this isn't grad school. You're not gonna get graded, not make the honor roll. It's okay. A. All right, let's see. A. Oh wow, A. Oh my gosh, you guys might be smarties over here. Let's see. Wow, yeah. I was so shocked by that one. I was like, what? Seriously? Like I've never, I don't know, but there you go. Maybe for your friends and family who are vegan or vegetarian, that would be a great option then to eat more guava, right? So that is awesome. Okay, so my chocolate is now melted. Let me switch my camera view again so you can see. Okay, so yay, chocolate, it's melted. Woohoo! Okay, so that's that. And then let me get my cookie dough batter, which I have. Okay, I have this one, and I was making cookie dough batter earlier in the week, so I have like so many of them. Somebody said I add kisses and M&Ms. Oh my gosh, wow, that is fancy. You guys are so fancy over here. M&Ms and kisses. I love it. That's great. So we have our pretzels. And again, I am super inclusive of everyone. So I'm using Trader Joe's gluten-free pretzels because, again, I want everybody to enjoy the snacks that I make. So I don't want somebody to come to my house and be like, oh, I can't have that. So yeah, so I just got gluten-free. And honestly, they taste pretty similar to the regular ones, at least in my opinion, but I've been eating gluten-free for so long now. So I don't know, maybe my taste buds are skew. So, but that's just me. So I'm gonna put some of these in a bowl. We have our pretzels. We have pretzels, we have chocolate. What else? What else? What else? Oh, how about some sprinkles? I found these at Target. I love Halloween, and they started putting out the Halloween stuff, and I was like, I want to buy everything. So I sure do miss my obviously good friend Amanda and Addie. And then we used to, pre-COVID, we'd always do our fun little, we'd do like a fall weekend and do all the fall activities like eating apple cider donuts and baking and stuff. So it always reminds me of them anytime I'm like in Target with the fall stuff. Like, yes, love it all. So, okay, so then I have some coconut, which I don't know. You can tell me in the chat, kids. Do you like coconut? I feel like most of them don't, but this one's probably more of an adult topper for the So I'll put some coconut. We could use that. And then I'm pretty sure kids will like this one, but marshmallows. My gosh. Over the summer, my niece stayed over for a couple of days, and we were making this recipe almost every day. Like she's 10 and she was making it by herself. And then one night she was like, she literally made the cookie dough and just made it flat, like on a plate, like a big flat thing of it. And then she dumped pretzels and then dumped a whole bag of marshmallows and then melted chocolate. And she was like, this is the way I'm having it. I was like, okay, cool. Do what you want to do. That's totally your choice. So yeah, these are cute though, right? They're like super tiny, so you can just pop them. So you can use whatever pretzels you want though. So that's, yeah. And then you're just going to take some of your cookie dough and yeah, you can use as much or as little as you want, but you kind of just make a little ball and then just flatten it a little bit so that it fits nicely on your pretzel. I made mine a little bit jumbo because I like cookie dough. And then you just sandwich it, put the other pretzel. So now you have like a nice fat cookie dough pretzel. And then the delicious part, you just dip it in chocolate. So you can dip one end, both ends, dip the whole thing in, whatever you like. And then you can put your little things on it. So if you want to put some sprinkles, like I want to put these fun little sprinkles on mine. Looks so good. Ooh. So now I have like a pretzel bite. And then we'll make another one. Let's see. Type in the chat. What do you think? What are some of your favorite toppings? What do you think you would add with your pretzels? Would you put sprinkles or more chocolate chips? Any love for coconuts? Or that one's just like a dud? Like, no way. What would you put? Let's see. Anyone? Oh my gosh, yes. Mini peanut butter cups. Ah, that's a good one. Because who doesn't love pretzels, peanut butter, and chocolate? Oh my gosh, candy. Yeah, there's about to be a lot of candy soon, right? For Halloween. That is the best. Love it. And this one, we'll put some coconut. And let's make another one. Maybe we could be creative. We could put like marshmallow in this one or something. Yeah. Because, oh, you know, it'd be fun too. You could make like a s'mores with it. Oh, wow. I never thought of that one. Like if you melt the marshmallow and then put melted marshmallow with the cookie dough pretzel. Oh, man. Let's see if mine's not melted, but I'll put a marshmallow in here. And a pretzel and just kind of dip it all together. Ooh, looks so good. Delicious. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, kids. Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Would you try this recipe, kids? Do you think this one is something you would want to try? Let me see in the chat. Because I was so happy when I made this one with my niece, and she was, because she's very like, she will tell you the truth and be like, yeah, no, that's not good, or like, oh yeah, I actually really like that one. But this one was like, she was like, oh yeah, this is really good. And that's when I knew, I was like, yes, I have a winner with this one. Oh, I'm getting some thumbs up. Okay, great. That is so awesome. I'm so glad you guys are gonna try this one. Woohoo! Let's do a couple more. See what other questions I have here. Okay. Oh, I think I'm gonna do this one's about cookies. So 13.5% of American adults admit to have eaten 20 or more chocolate chip cookies at a time. Okay, let's be truth in here. Who's done that? Oh my gosh, I kind of want to put it on top of a vanilla ice cream scoop. Yes, please, if you do that, please tag me on Instagram at My Fruitful Body. I want to see your creations. That sounds amazing. But have you ever eaten 20 cookies or more in one sitting? I'm trying to think, because I probably have, especially when they're like freshly made and you're like, oh, well, I just made them, so let me taste one. And then you're like, oh, this one broke, let me eat it. And this one's like, oh, it's not the right shape. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. So that one's okay. So one more question. Rice is primarily made up of what nutrient? Fat, protein, vitamins, carbohydrate. 20 chocolate, especially homemade. Laura, that's funny. I could easily, homemade cookies are irresistible. D. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you guys are right. Yes, you are correct. Carbohydrate for rice. Yeah. Oh, and then here's one more about marshmallows. So, did you know that marshmallows were named after the actual marshmallow plant? And it's because it grows in marshes, which I didn't know that. That's why I was like trying to look up facts about marshmallows, and I was like, oh wow, I had no idea. So yeah, that's fun. All right, well, let me switch my camera back. Okay, so why don't we try? I'm gonna try one of these, because even though it's not cooked yet, I want to try it. It's really good. Yeah, I definitely suggest you guys make these tonight and try them. It's really good. So let me put up my screen. Okay, let me chew, because I'm like in chewing heaven right now. So that's all I had for you guys. If you want to follow me, work together, I am a dietitian, so I do see individual clients for counseling and coaching. If you want to follow me, I do my really silly, absurd TikTok videos. Here's my info. Of course, I also work at Consilio, so you can reach me at work if you want to. But I really enjoyed showing you guys these recipes. That's all. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions or comments or anything. But I enjoyed doing this with you guys. I'm not good, but I learned a lot. Awesome. Thank you all so much. All right. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. And thank you again. Bye.
Bye.